Valentine's Day was just 2 days away, and Janet was panicking. All the girls in her hostel, her friends included, were being surprised with gifts. Flowers, chocolates, even little cakes and iPhones. And her? Nothing. Not a single "will you be my Valentine?" From her boyfriend. She watched, her heart sinking. How do they all get gifts, and I get nothing? She whispered. Her friends teased her. Janet, your boyfriend isn't going to get you anything. You'll be crying on Valentine's Day. She laughed, but pain was in her heart. She kept posting on WhatsApp, TikTok, and Facebook Valentine's post, pictures, captions. When will I get mine? Loudly crying face, broken heart, still. Nothing from her boyfriend. By now, she was desperate. She started replying to boys who had been texting her for weeks. Every hello, sexy or hi, beautiful got a sweet reply, oh, thank you. Face blowing a kiss, some even asked if she wanted to meet. She nervously agreed to some, thinking, maybe I can finally get a gift this Valentine's. She went extreme. Foam in her chest, little pad, fixed her nails, did her lashes, wore her cutest outfit, and went out, just to be seen by more boys, hoping someone would ask her and give her a gift. Then, one morning, a knock on the door made her heart jump. Could it finally be her gift? She ran to the door, screaming with excitement. The delivery person held a package and asked, "Are you Chioma?" Janet froze. "No. I'm Janet." The delivery person shook their head. "Sorry, it's not for you." Janet's jaw dropped. She had thought she finally got a Valentine's gift. And now it was gone. Her hands shook. She didn't know what to do, so just continued chatting with boys on her phone. She happily agreed to meet one of the guys she had been chatting with that evening. She accepted fast. At night, Janet got ready carefully. She put on her red dress, fitted just right, showing off her curves. She admired herself in the mirror, smiling. Deep down, she knew she was cheating, but she didn't care. Her hair was done, nails fixed, lashes done, and she had just a little makeup on to look fresh. She took a deep breath, opened the door, and started catwalking down the street. Her heels clicked softly on the pavement. People passing by noticed her. She held her head high, smiled, and waved at a few friends. Her heart was racing, but she told herself, tonight, I have to make him happy. If I do, maybe tomorrow I'll finally get something too. She reached the place where the guy was waiting. He smiled when he saw her. "You look amazing," he said. "Thanks," Janet replied, feeling a little shy but excited. They spent the evening together. They laughed, talked, and shared small things. He has money. If I make him happy tonight, maybe tomorrow I'll get a bigger surprise, she thought. She laughed, flirted a little, and tried to make the night perfect. Janet spent the evening with him. Around 11 p.m., she returned to her hostel, feeling excited. He has an iPhone 17 and a Lexus. He has money. He will gift me because I made him very happy, she thought. He didn't even give her transport fare, but Janet didn't mind. She used her own money to order Uber there and back. The guy only served her wine and white rice with stew at his place. By the end of the evening, she said goodbye, feeling satisfied. At least I made him happy. Now, maybe something will finally happen tomorrow, she whispered to herself. Something must surely happen, she added, picking out her dress and practicing how she would react when she finally got surprised. Back at the hostel, Janet couldn't sleep. She kept checking her phone. Her friends' stories kept popping up, girls smiling, opening gifts, dancing, posting videos. Janet felt jealous and anxious. Why do they all get gifts and I don't? Did he even care? She whispered to herself, tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow something will finally happen for me. The clock ticked past midnight. She and her boyfriend still chatted normally, but deep down she was annoyed. She didn't care anymore that he didn't ask her to be his Valentine because she had a second option. Valentine's Day morning finally arrived. Janet woke up to screams from the hostel corridor. Girls were screaming in excitement. She ran to her window and saw some girls getting surprised. She quickly went to the kitchen and decided to make herself a small special breakfast, jollof rice and chicken, her favorite. She even added a small fried egg on the side. She ate slowly, thinking about the night before and what might happen today. Excitement and joy wouldn't let her finish her food. She kept checking her phone. Then she went to have her bath. She picked out her red cocktail dress, brushed her hair, applied makeup, checked her nails, and sprayed perfume to smell nice. She looked in the mirror and whispered, "I have to look perfect. If someone is going to surprise me, it has to be amazing." She then sat on the bed, scrolling through her phone, waiting. Her phone rang. She picked it up, and what she heard made her heart dance for joy. "Please, ma'am, can you kindly come outside? We have a package for you," said the surprise package vendor. Janet's eyes got big. She screamed, "Yes! It's finally here." She spun around, clapping her hands, jumping, and started making a video as she ran outside. She was so happy she almost forgot to breathe. Her friends noticed and quickly followed her outside, cameras ready. A small crowd had gathered, neighbors, other students, even a few people just watching. Everyone was filming, laughing, and cheering. When Janet reached the van, she saw it, a huge flower bouquet, a money bouquet, a teddy bear, a Valentine's cake, and an iPhone 17. She screamed again, her hands shaking, jumping around, even shedding a few tears. Finally, her dream of getting a Valentine's package had come true. She hugged the gift and pulled out her phone to film a selfie video, showing everything to the camera. Her friends were filming her from every side, laughing and cheering. Then the surprise vendor lady spoke, "Congratulations, ma'am." Janet replied, "Thank you." The vendor continued, "Ma'am, the person who sent this package asked us to confirm the name. Can you tell me who sent it?" Janet froze. Her heart was beating fast. She laughed nervously, thinking, could it be Emmanuel, the rich guy she met the other night? Could it be Mike, who gave her money a few days ago? Could it be Samto, who has been flirting with her online? She laughed, her voice shaking. "It's for me, right? No need for all that. Just give me the package." The vendor shook her head. "No, ma'am. I'm simply following an order." "Okay. Maybe it's Emmanuel." Janet guessed. The vendor shook her head. "No, sorry, it's not Emmanuel." Janet tried again, then, "Maybe Mike." The crowd screamed and laughed as more people gathered. "No, ma'am. Not Mike either," the vendor said. Her friends whispered guesses and laughed while filming her. Finally, the vendor smiled. "Actually, ma'am, it's from Mr. Joseph." Janet's eyes went wide, her mouth opened. She sank slowly to her knees. It was her boyfriend who sent the package. Her heart shattered. She said out loud, "He didn't tell me he was sending anything. He didn't even act like it." The vendor replied, "That's why it is a surprise, ma'am. Please, please, don't tell him this happened," she begged. "Please, you can't post this video. I'll pay you. I'll give you anything, just don't tell him." She cried, "Just give me the gifts, please." She cried out loud. Her friends were standing around her, filming. Some were laughing nervously. Other students and neighbors had gathered too, their phones out, capturing every second of Janet's begging. Some whispered among themselves, pointing and laughing quietly. A few gasped, shaking their heads at how desperate she looked. Others were filming eagerly, zooming in on her every movement. Janet sank lower to her knees, shaking all over. Her chest heaved, and tears streamed down her cheeks. Her voice wavered as she tried to plead with the vendor, "Please. Please, just give me the gifts. I'll pay you anything. Just don't post this video. Please." She cried, her voice cracking. Her friends leaned forward, trying to whisper encouragements, but Janet couldn't hear them clearly. The crowd had grown larger, drawn by the commotion. She could feel hundreds of eyes staring at her, cameras pointing straight at her. Her heart pounded, and a wave of shame and panic washed over her. Why is this happening? Why now? She thought. A man from the crowd muttered something to his friend, laughing softly, and Janet's face burned with embarrassment. Her legs felt weak, and she struggled to stay upright. The vendor, calm and unshaken, looked Janet straight in the eye. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot give you the gift. He said he wanted to see if you're loyal to him, and you failed." "We have to take the gift," she said firmly. Janet's hands flew to her face, covering it as her shoulders shook violently. She couldn't believe it. Every eye around her seemed fixed on her. Every camera focused on her. The whole world was watching her cry. Her friends tried to reach out, whispering, "It's okay, Janet. Breathe. Calm down," but she couldn't hear them. She felt trapped in a nightmare. The vendor lifted the gifts carefully, holding the huge flower bouquet, the money bouquet, the teddy bear, the Valentine's cake, and the iPhone 17, and walked slowly back to the van. The crowd murmured and laughed quietly, some still filming, others whispering to each other. Janet sank onto the pavement, unable to move. Her legs trembled. Her lips quivered. She pressed her hands over her face, hiding from the world. After a few moments, she forced herself up, trembling, and ran back to her room. She slammed the door behind her and leaned against it, gasping for breath. Her chest heaved, and her hands were still shaking as she clutched her phone. Her friends knocked gently, calling her name, but she didn't answer. She couldn't face anyone. She collapsed onto her bed, hugging herself tightly, trying to calm the storm inside. She closed her eyes and thought about everything: the night out, her excitement, the anticipation of Valentine's Day, and now the humiliation. Her phone buzzed, her heart jumped. It was a message from Joseph. She opened it with trembling hands, her eyes racing over the words: "Thank you for showing yourself this way, not just to me, but to the world. All this just because you didn't know if I would give you a Valentine's gift. You went out, you cheated on me, and exposed yourself. Don't text me again." Janet's eyes widened. Her mouth fell open. She tried to reply, but he had blocked her. She screamed, a sharp, desperate sound that echoed in her room. She cried, sobbing uncontrollably, her whole body shaking. She grabbed her phone and went online, scrolling through TikTok, tears blurring the screen. Her video was trending. Even Emmanuel, the guy she had met the night before, had reposted her video, laughing at her, the guy she had confidently thought would gift her. Ignored her messages. Janet fell back onto the bed, curling up, holding herself tightly. Her chest heaved as her sobs shook her. Her mind raced. All my plans, all my excitement, all my hopes. Wasted. She thought about how she had cheated, how she had begged for gifts, how she had exposed herself for attention. She felt anger at herself, shame, sadness. All at once. "She should have waited," she said as she cried bitterly on the floor. Valentine's Day, a day meant for love, had become the worst day of her life. Her friends outside might still be filming, laughing, and sharing her story, but she couldn't bring herself to care. She felt so stupid, and she was not contented. She was busy comparing herself to all the girls being gifted, not knowing her boyfriend was planning a cute surprise package for her, all because of gifts, and the feeling to belong and brag that she too has been gifted. She made a very terrible decision. Valentine's Day would end differently for some. But for Janet, she had lost both ways. Everything she had hoped for, every little plan, every small decision, had led her to this moment. She sobbed quietly into her pillow, wishing she could rewind time, wishing she had made different choices, wishing she hadn't let excitement blind her. The room was silent except for her soft cries. The gifts, the video, the crowd. All of it was out there, permanent. Her image would be ruined. Her phone rang with calls from her friends. Messages popped up on the screen. Some read, "Janet, have you seen the video?" Some sent laughing emojis, and some forwarded her the video. She didn't reply to anyone. She just sat on the floor crying. She deeply regretted her decision. She tried calling her boyfriend to beg and apologize to him, but he didn't even let her talk. He blocked her again. She learnt her lesson the hard way. And in that moment, Janet realized just how much one day, one choice, and one mistake could change everything.